Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trinity Continuum Assassins one-on-one shots. I am the awkward GM Corbin. I use he, him, and I am running this game tonight as the storyteller. And I'll pass it off to my player. As you might not know, I have a different player every week, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Josie. I use they them pronouns. I live in Ghent, Belgium, so it is currently 2 a.m. for me. In my free time, I work as a freelance voice actor in an audio drama currently on Spotify called Her Crown of Fire. We're still ongoing and releasing episodes. And if you type in Josie with the spelling here, then you should find most of my social accounts on most websites.
Awesome. And this is the first time I'm meeting Josie, and we're actually playing this game. So, and this is your first time playing Trinity Continuum Assassins, correct?
Trinity Continuum as a whole.
As a whole. Awesome. And I will do my best to keep you and the audience informed of what is going on with this game. First up, we're going to do some Onyx Path news stuff. There's Virtual Gamehole Con, which is happening the 19th and the 22nd. I feel like there are going to be a bunch of people from OPP over there, maybe running games, maybe not. Uh, October is also Make a Wish roll for Wishes RPG event. It's a fundraiser. There might be a few one shots to try and help that out. There's crowdfunding going on for the World Below. It's going to be on BackerKit soon, and I believe if I type in this little command, if it lets me, there is a sign up for that. Yep, on BackerKit. Lastly, we have a Scarred Lands bundle of holding deal at the bundle of holding. If I type in just exclamation point bundle, link will come up. I'm guessing YouTube audience might have to go searching, but that's their problem at the moment. Uh,
It's a problem in 2 weeks.
a problem in 2 weeks, a month. I don't think any of my one-on-ones have gone on to YouTube yet, but I'm excited when they do because I get to plug them. And hopefully I can get them to have interesting names. If you weren't here for last week, you're not missing much. Each one of these sessions is separate from one another. But last week's session was Travis versus Sir Barrington, who was definitely not a bear.
Of course, it was Travis.
Of course. In any case, Josie, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes, but first your audio seemed to have. Oh yeah, you moved your mic up. Okay, that's why.
My audio actually shouldn't have changed. I guess I'll keep it down, but
Yeah, it went way quieter and more shallow. So
okay. I guess Google Chat, because we're using Google Chat right now, um is using this mic, and my actual like giant mic right here out of camera frame is not being used for that.
you can change it in like settings I've seen. But I am playing Maria. Um, who no one seems to really know, which is really handy for a one-shot character, so you don't have to sink too much time into it. With all respect. Um,
No worries.
with the concept of being a pathological liar that tries to get her way out of literally anything by doing everything except telling the truth.
Awesome. Now, for this mission, we if you choose to accept it, which if you don't, I don't know why you're on the stream right now, but we
No.
we have you're an assassin. What is your day job?
Um,
Or what would you be doing on a normal day? That it could be training, it could be trying to hide in what the assassins call as daylight, which is the normal world.
um, it's a bit of like hiding in daylight, like working for a few universities under different names, under different pseudonyms, doing research, um, doing research and getting funding that I really like because I want to open up more ways of maybe neutralizing people, maybe. And if science can help me with that, that's amazing. And papers have been published and this and that. And I also like to not tell certain information so that forensics don't know my shit. So I can control that with that background.
Awesome. So, as you're going through your daily business, you will be getting a courier package from a. You will get a courier package from someone knocking on your door with a courier package, and it's an envelope. Opening it up, you get this kind of nicely written writ, which says, um, essentially, uh, we have a job specifically for your special skills. We need you in Barcelona. There is a there is a target issue we need dealt with, and it has some flight information and a boarding pass.
The Twitch label is apparently not correct. It's still Changeling.
Oh, it says Changeling in the Twitch stream?
Yeah, I just got made aware of that.
Oh, thank
But
you
I'll let
so
you finish
much.
first.
I'll fix it. No worries. But yeah, so just so you do get this notice that says you need to go to the airport heading towards
Hmm.
Barcelona. Is there anything you wish to do before heading to the plane?
Yes. And this will, of course, a bit depend on you because one-shot characters aren't very fleshed out in what they have and don't have. I pack the standard kit I bring, which is a bunch of chemicals that you shouldn't mix, but which I will definitely mix. Think of things like anthrax and all those other things, but perfectly disguised in whatever else it is that I have gotten successfully through security most of the time by bullshitting my way out of it. Um, Credentials that I'm a scientist of great renown or whatever, and my passport of I don't know, one of many or my only one.
Awesome. You will have probably one of many, I would say. And
Yeah,
I may have some extra gear I can toss your way because
thank you.
a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. There is a there well not behind the scenes, but a little bit in another sort of promotional thing is that Rat in the Burning Cage, the Training Continuum Assassins module, just got its uh, soft cover print on demand put out, and I actually bought that game before they told me they want me to play it. So I have some character sheets lined up, and one of them is a scientist with a lot of stuff
Perfect.
stuff hiding in the back. So I think I can supply you with those relatively quickly.
Give me those ambiguous white powders.
Have some rice and bubblegum.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see. We got here a hidden wrist blade with the that's concealable. Specialized jacket pistol. It doesn't look like they have any poisons, but we can fiat those as we go forward.
Okay, so Assassin's Creed style
If you
wrist blade,
if you want
or
it,
what is that? I don't know. Just as
it
discreet as possible.
yeah. I built so I did help you build the pre-gen, and the pre-gen is like unarmed combat related
Okay, perfect.
or anything melee related. Uh, your character's name is Maria, correct? With an A?
Yes.
Okay. I've updated the stream name with one-on-one shot Maria versus the princess. Uh,
Ooh.
as you get into your to the plane, you're going to have in-flight movie. It's a very empty plane, and you're practically the only one there except for like the flight attendants and the pilots. And as soon as the flight takes off, you soon recognize that the flight attendants are people who work for the service, which is uh, the essentially the govern not the government, but the people who orchestrate all the assassination stuff for people who work in the assassin society in the shadows. Once so long ago, they worked for a larger group specific of a specific society of assassins. Now they help other assassins find jobs and get the equipment that they need, and they can help you procure anything you need on landing. But the in-flight movie starts to play, and you are given what seems to be a deep fake of Humphrey Bogart in the Maltese Falcon, as he is giving you a slight description of who your target is. And he says, the heiress to a particular corporation in Barcelona, known as Princess, has been in the limelight for many years. Her media presence keeps her squeaky clean, but the reality is far more disturbing. Fashion lines that use slave labor, human trafficking, blackmail, etc. The list goes on. Princess is a black mark on an otherwise respectable family. As the sole heir to her comatose mother's fortune, our client wishes to take her out.
Mm-hmm.
The corporation's ownership will fall to someone else, um, so long so long as her mother's original will is also found.
Okay, so that cannot disappear.
Yes. We believe Princess may have had replaced her mother's will, so you will also need to be able to locate the will and get it sent back to the lawyer.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick note here because I have memory issues.
No worries.
Target princess, reason heir, sub-target, find original will. And does that also include the will that has been altered, destroying that one or proving that it is altered and fake?
If you can, if you can destroy it, if we have time, yes.
Okay. Maybe destroying alternate will. All right. Okay.
And the playback of the movie sort of disintegrates as it goes into the actual Maltese Falcon movie. You get the address of the target. Her name is Princess, but her she is not actually royalty.
I figured.
What,
All right.
what would you like to do next?
I am going to see if I can set up temporary base somewhere, a hotel room, as shady as possible, and asking as less, minimal information as possible. Preferably being able to pay upfront in cash.
Oh yeah, the service are able to provide you with a could they ask the people who work for the service, who are the flight attendants, will ask if you want to have accommodations at a hotel Acilia, which is the run by the service itself, or if you wish to have one closer to the location to overlook the building.
I'm gonna go with the one run by the service because I don't want to be close to the location.
Okay. They will set you up at a fancy schmancy hotel that is close. That is uh, in the city, not too close to the target, but definitely within, like, if you want to get there in 10 minutes, you're probably all set to get there.
Hmm.
Um, it is a nice luxury hotel room. Room service is provided. Um, People, specifically assassins, when they go to a Hotel Asilia, it's not the name of the hotel to the public. Sometimes it's the Ritz Carlton. Sometimes it's a Motel 6 somewhere off in Nevada. It is all under the same umbrella corporation that the service uses. If you go in there asking for some to go see the what's the term, the sommelier, for instance, you're not going to get a wine sommelier. You are going to get a weapons sommelier.
Oh, sommelier. Okay, okay.
I am sorry, I am bad at
That's fine.
pronunciations.
That's fine. I have a case of the French snobism.
Oh, apologies. But if you need a tailor, there is a tailor who will get you body armor and try and get
Uh-huh.
it as as well equipped as possible.
All right. So, plan of action would be figure out a routine, memorize that routine somehow. My character will do that, not me. Um, and then being as stealthy as possible while hiding in plain sight.
Awesome. And your character does have photographic memory, so you will have the ability to memorize everything, I believe.
Yeah, let me check how many dots that was. One. So that is mostly actively listening and less casually photographic memory, everything,
With
if I'm correct.
trained memory, you can remember anything you concentrate on.
Yeah.
So you can memorize a book, but when memorizing, you can't do anything else. So you can memorize the documents, and you'll receive a +2 enhancement on attempts to alter anything you have deliberately had committed to memory. So basically, you have total recall of what you were
Mm-hmm.
reading. Yeah.
All right. Um, so I memorize whatever information they give me, try to also look over my room and memorize the exact layout of it, exact positions of objects, because I ain't messing around.
Oh
Like
yeah.
strategically, like the standard like tricks of like sticking a hair with saliva to the inside of certain doors or something, other tricks like that to know if someone has entered. And if someone
Oh.
has and nothing seems to have happened, I'm gonna be angry at room service.
Oh, okay. Well, room service will only come if you call, so
Okay.
they'll you'll be able to see that happening. But if you'd like to roll me some sort of, let's see, I'm just bringing up a character sheet here so that I remember the skills, because I always forget the skills just a little bit. So if you want to roll me something for memorizing her routine, you could roll me, if you're getting it from her like phone planner or something like that. That would be like a technology check or an enigmas roll for hacking. If you're trying to do it from like just sort of observing, I would say that might be survival plus cunning.
I'm gonna take whatever cunning has in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like be the faceless en passant who just casually not tailing but hanging around and trying to also like wear different clothes, mix things up, um, anything of that manner.
Okay, I would give you either survival plus cunning or enigmas plus cunning for that.
I have two enigmas and two survival, so that doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna roll survival
Okay.
and cunning, which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
Okay.
Please don't fall to the floor. I don't have a dice tray. 8s, 9s, and 10s are successes.
Yep.
That is 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You are going to immediately know that she has sort of a similar. She currently has this routine where she goes to her. She wakes up at her penthouse apartment, which is pretty heavily secure. She'll go shopping down at one of the local marketplace, or one of the more upscale fashion streets that are in Barcelona. Uh, she'll go visit her comatose mother in the hospital afterwards, and then she'll proceed to go to the office, which is her mother's office, but it seems like it's sort of like a her time to just sort of chillax, and there's a jacuzzi in this office that she's had put in place, like
in the office itself,
in
not
the office
separate.
itself.
In the Oh, you've given me a fantastic idea that I'm gonna write down but not tell you yet.
Okay. Now I have to rewrite her entire routine. So, penthouse. She's got her penthouse. She goes to fashion district. Visits mom. Goes to office. Jacuzzi. And then goes back to the penthouse at the end of the night. There is a tick system, so for every few number of skill checks you do, the timeline will progress before the target is uh, out of range, basically.
Okay. So, what time are we currently now starting?
We will say it is currently it is late at night. It's midnight, so she's probably asleep right now. But you can wait till she gets up. You can wait till she's in a less secure area. Some places in Assassins are considered in daylight, which means they're public places that people will see someone get murdered, where you kind of don't want to arouse suspicion unless you can do it very stealthily. Places that are in Twilight are considered places near criminal activity. Places like her office, her own home. Uh, Additionally, you could create something like in Shadow, which is like you have a safe house where you take her to kill her, basically.
Okay, so I'm going to wait till she gets up and gets to the fashion district and does her whatever leisurely walking. And if she sits down for a drink or something on the terrace or whatever, I'm going to, as stealthily as possible and as unsuspicious as possible, log into, hoping that she's on the public Wi-Fi, log into the public Wi-Fi and see what I can try to fiddle out over phone with that.
Okay. Roll me either enigmas or tech plus intelligence or cunning. I'll give you cunning on that since.
Yay! Enigmas and technology are both on 2 dots, but technology has an O and enigmas has an S.
Oh, those are from where you got the skills. So O is for origin and S is for society.
Okay, well, we live in a society, so I'm gonna take enigmas and cunning, which puts me at 6. Exploding 10s, right?
Yes.
Okay, I rolled 3 zeros, which are 10s, and for the rest, no successes. So I'm gonna take a picture of that because that's monumental. Thank you.
And so you get to add 3 more dice into it.
Yes, I do. So I'm just gonna re-roll 3 times.
Highlight to the rolls tonight.
That is a 2, a 3, and a 9. That is 1 additional success. So 4.
4 successes. So she's not on the The bard luck strikes again.
For real though, I have in real life bardic inspiration.
So the the she is not on the Wi-Fi, but you managed to somehow get connected to the somehow managed to get connected to her phone through some phishing stuff where like you get a coupon if you go to this website for this fashion house or something. And
She that stupid? Oh, I feel.
well,
Oh.
I rolled dice to see if she's smart enough to use Wi-Fi, and I'm like, and I got no successes. So I was like, oh, she's got a infinite internet plan or unlimited internet plan, so she doesn't feel the need to do so. And but yeah,
Not
she'll.
smart enough to pick the dumb option is beautiful.
So you want to get off of her phone? What, her schedule?
Um, anything that constitutes logging in, like a personal email address. The absolute jackpot would be um, her contact lists. And if she is she smart enough to use a password manager master key? And if she isn't smart enough for that, because let's face it, we've all had it or have it,
Mm-hmm.
just a note on her notes app with passwords in.
So you would probably get a notes with the notes app of her passwords, essentially. Um, Additionally, I will say you do get sort of an understanding that she does have some form of security around her at most times. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll say she does have like a bodyguard who is pretty beefy. I'll say her name is Olga, and she is a German special forces ex special forces of German military.
Mm-hmm. And is that bodyguard with her at all times, tailing her?
At all times tailing her, yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Um, can I find any information on when that bodyguard ever sleeps? Because I think we still need to sleep.
Oh yeah, the bodyguard does take a bit of a let's say at the office. She takes a nap while Princess is working, but she is leaning heavily on the office security at that moment.
Okay. So, um, now that I have that information and that has been put in, um, I am going to stay for quite a long while after she has left that exact place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I have to be creative for this. Ugh. Um, and then she's visiting her mom, so I am going to return back to base,
Mm-hmm.
log in. Small question, how much time do I have for this?
So usually for the session out of character, the session usually goes about an hour and a half or so. That's how long it's been with previous sessions for me.
Uh-huh.
But in character, you basically have about or well, in game technically, you
Mm-hmm.
have about like 20 rolls essentially before she gets onto you.
Rolls.
Yeah.
Rolls. Oh my, well, my tummy are 1 and 2. I made 3, 4. Um,
I
this
did
is
start
information
count
I did not.
I did start counting the rolls after a certain point, so your first roll didn't count. But don't
I
worry
did not
about
know this information.
don't worry about it. Most people don't hit the 20 roll mark.
Is that a challenge?
I mean, if you want it to be again.
No.
I mean, the big thing was if you get to what was it? I forget. It's like once you get to combat, you've gone loud, so the rolls don't matter.
Okay,
So you
okay,
don't
so
have
get
to
to
worry
combat as
about it
fast as
there.
possible. No, I'm kidding. I am going to try and figure out, and this is role based, so I can do years with this. I'm kidding, I won't. Um, from the safety of my own base and with a VPN, I am going to try and figure out what firm provides her jacuzzi and what firm she calls to clean it.
Okay. Roll me a tech check on that.
I told you that jacuzzi was important.
And
Technology.
I will give you a +2 to that because a +2 enhancement to that. So as long as you get one success, that +2 enhancement gets added on.
Okay, so that is technology intellect or technology cunning.
Uh, technology cunning is fine.
You're not nerfing me, huh?
Hey, you're one player versus an entire like building of people.
That is true, but it is also one jacuzzi versus one building of people.
Yeah.
That is 2 successes.
Two successes. You immediately get the jacuzzi company name. It is like Jacuzzi's Unlimited. I don't know. Jacuzzi's Unlimited. So why do you want the name of this company?
To figure out if they have a list of people, of like cleaners and technicians specifically,
Yeah.
to be able to impersonate one of them.
They do have on-site service people who will occasionally come to do service to the jacuzzi. Usually, it requires a work order that gets created and generated. But
Mm-hmm.
there is not one out on her one currently, so you'll have to falsify one
Or just cause one.
or just cause one.
Oh, I hope that the way I am going to go about this is not too unorthodox that I will hit my 20 rolls because I have a plan, but it's going to be so desperately trying to be subtle that it might just be a drop on a hot plate.
I will let you know. I don't think it will be. I think you'll be
Please
fine.
guide me if I am going in circles or if it's not going well. Thank you. I am going to try and figure out exactly where she gets her water from for that jacuzzi, and if possible, where there are places where there's open access to it.
Okay, that will be a technology roll and that will be intelligence.
Like, damn it. To basically try and figure out what's the closest place I could get to try and affect only her water supply, and specifically that going to that floor.
Hmm. Oh,
Because
that is interesting.
I'm gonna first try broad, like, and then incrementally try to, um, like in the movie, zoom in on image, and for some reason it gets better quality because movie magic. Intellect of 4. Um, oh, I had been rolling with one dice too little the last time. Oh well, fuck me. 4 intellect and 2 technology is 6.
Okay.
Turns out I have cunning 5 and not 6. Cunning 5 and not 4.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. I'm used to there only being 5 dots. Uh, that is 110. And that's it. Exploding 10s. Come on, baby. That is 2 successes.
Two successes. It seems like there is a sort of there is a way that water goes up a building where there's like a section of it that breaks off from the main line into the floor itself, and you're able to isolate it to that room where the intake would be.
Mm-hmm.
There is a device that we'll say that you could attach in the corridor outside into her room that will only intake and outtake the water from that room. It won't mix in with other people's in the rest of the floor.
So, acquired info, single room water supply, uh, access, location. Perfect, because I don't want to do the thing that I'm hoping to do to other people. I don't like casualties, even though I look very casual. Did I bring anything with me in my little science kit that could possibly cause either minor damage that does still need to be repaired immediately, like over calcifying the water so the bubble makers stop working, or do I have something that would make the water, and I'm asking a big thing here to basically finish the session now, to make the water untraceably poisonous in some way so that she eventually dies to the exposure of it.
If you'd like to spend two, so you have 3 inspiration to start with the session. If you want to spend 2 inspiration, I'll let you have a poison that can be intravenously put into the jacuzzi. You do have momentum as well, which I forgot to mention, which you can use to add dice to your dice pool and to spend on certain edges. I'm not sure if you have edges that have that requirement.
I am edgy, but I don't know if I have edges. Null
They,
biometrics and faceless and photographic memory.
it might be
So
stunts, skill stunts. Nope,
yeah, that
nope, those don't.
momentum.
You don't really need it, so it would just be to be a +1 to your roll if you want. But you have 2 momentum to start with.
Okay, because that isn't tracked here on the sheet that I got, but I'll note
Yeah,
that down.
it's usually a everyone in the party has it, but since you're a party of one, you have
It's
you.
all
It's all
mine.
yours.
um, I think that I'm just gonna not take the very, very easy way out because it does feel a little too cheesy, but I just had to ask because it's funny. Um, hold on, I got something. Sorry, that was an important email for a doctor's appointment.
No worries. Real life takes precedent.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just like, did I miss one or is it confirmation?
Okay.
Um, um, I'm not gonna take that cheesy way, and I am going to go to the. I don't know if the tailor also does something with disguises slash clothing that makes you look like you don't have to follow the rules because you're wearing a fluorescent vest and a clipboard.
Oh, they can totally get that set up for you. I will. They you go down to the tailor and you there's this man who's got like the tape measure and all that stuff, and he's doing all the measurements and things for you, and he says I think we can get a nice suit for you very shortly. um it will be 2 gold coins, and as an assassin you'd have these gold coins that you can use to barter with him, and
Okay,
he'll
sure.
he'll just take that from you, and he'll say it'll be done in an hour.
Okay. I do give the instruction that is for this specific the company that I'm gonna need 2 of these, and I'm gonna place the order that. Sorry for retconning a bit. I'm gonna need 2 of these. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna need one for the jacuzzi firm, Jacuzzi's Unlimited, and I'm gonna need one for the general water firm of Barcelona City.
Okay. Yeah, he'll nod and he'll be able to get that for you ASAP. Um,
Because city tends to overrule private pumps because if something's wrong with the city water, your private pumps are fucked.
awesome. I will get that to you post haste. Fun thing about the system is it is very modular, and I can just grab stuff and put it into a paint, he will ask, "Do you want some additional armor in this suit?" Suit.
Um, as subtle as possible, perhaps in the points where one might get stabbed or otherwise hit in melee range from a German X Special Force.
Ah,
Just
highly specific.
so like maybe some way of protecting the neck, protecting the the back of the head with maybe like one of those ugly yellow construction site helmets.
Mhm.
Um, and for the rest, the only thing that I can then think of is maybe one reinforcement, like a plate at the solar plexus to
Mhm.
not have the wind knocked out of me.
He will provide that for you very easily, and he'll duplicate it for both suits. So what I am giving you is I am giving you a what is essentially a costume that has the qualities of suit, which it provides a +1 enhancement on command rolls. Normally it would be like a designer suit, but this is going to be just for the water company and the jacuzzi company. Then you're going to have one level of soft armor, which is basically going to act as an extra injury or health box for you. And he's going to throw in a pair of sound dampened boots, which will make it very hard to be followed. And I'm sending that over to you. These are just qualities that you can know. I guess I'll put it into the chat window if I can't figure out how to do that without screwing up everything. Uh,
I still have Discord open too, and I also did note it down in the notepad thing here.
okay, I'll just
So maybe don't risk it.
no. I put it in Discord. There we go.
All
It
right,
didn't.
thanks. Perfect.
Twitch stream still seems like it's running
For now.
for now.
Um. Okay. Um. The thing is, I want to be as intricate about this as possible for both funny reasons and being thorough reasons and not leaving loose ends. But I don't know like what level of specific I have to be. How
Yeah,
much plot armor do I have? Soft one?
you soft one's fine for plot armor, I guess.
Okay. So, um I'm gonna put on after he's done with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask for the water company one first.
Hmm.
Um, and while he is still working on the second one, probably, I'll put on the first one, and I am going to take a look at just like have a little imaginary trajectory of checking certain things and then acting surprised as I see a certain pump that leads to a certain room in a certain building.
Okay. Roll me a. What would you like to use for this roll?
For the pretending,
Yeah.
I don't know if these can be used because I don't know like the skill and attribute things.
Okay. So then I'll give you a little bit of a hint. You can use the command and well, not command, persuasion and cunning probably.
That's my highest. That
Yeah. Yeah.
that is the single highest number of dice I can roll. And can I do anything? Um, that would be countered against tracking. I do have null biometrics, which means that facial tracking is not very good on me.
Oh yeah.
So if there's like city cameras, and that's like white person number 5,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
and faceless is also like people recognizing me. I'm just Linda from over the street that baked you a pie once.
Exactly.
Persuasion and cunning would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. Yippee! It's like I'm made for this. Oh wait, I am.
You are.
That's a 10. That's a second 10 for the rest. 1 success. And what are the rules on ones again? Do they
No,
subtract?
they don't. They only matter, I believe, if you roll no successes and a 1 has come up, and that's a botch.
Oh, beautiful. I'm looking forward to that. So I rolled the relevant ones are a 9 and 2 10s. I am doing way too well. I am fucking up my karma. So that is 3 successes and an additional 2. That's a 0 again on 1.
I always find D10s when you roll them are always lucky. Like, I've never seen a person who has had more than 5 in a dice pool and not have at least 1 success. I've never seen that.
That is 4 successes. As I said, I'm fucking up my statistics. It's when it's gonna come down to it, it's gonna go horrible.
So you're trying to sneak in to get to the jacuzzi and to plant the device on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you managed to get by security pretty easily, and you've planted the device.
The goal is to basically, in as short of a time span as possible, cause some kind of problem with the water that leads to the jacuzzi that makes it unusable.
Okay.
Either it blocks the heating, or it makes the bubble things clog up, or it makes the water turn a brownish or greenish color, or any combination of those.
So she'll eventually, when she'll get here, the jacuzzi will be spewing out brown, sickening water.
Beautiful. Take a sip from that.
And she put the bubble bath in already, and now it's just this bubbling brown, bubbly goo.
I imagine Shrek in his bubble bath of mud.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, if this was sterilized mud, this would be perfectly fine. She so it has been enough ticks that a change has happened to the scenario in which so the jacuzzi has now been destroyed, but also her comatose mother is being moved to the ICU, which is causing a little bit of a wrench in her in her schedule, where it seems like she might be going to visit her mother a little bit more often, or maybe not, because ICU maybe she isn't allowed in to visit during this time because the doctors are all on her.
All right. That is a change. I don't like change, but that's gonna be fine. That's why I wasn't a cashier. I can't handle change. I'm nervous, but in a good way, and this is my way of coping. I'm just gonna try and stick with the jacuzzi plan still, and I don't want to take too much time for this. Would she be that bratty that she immediately lets the entire building know that either there's something wrong with the water or there's something wrong with my jacuzzi?
She will immediately let the building know that there's something wrong with the water, and the building will track it down to the jacuzzi, probably, or at least the area of her office, because it's probably not just the jacuzzi. Let me roll to see how well you did. So how many successes? You got 4 successes?
I had 4.
Okay, so they might not be able to identify if it's the room or the floor itself. They only got 2 successes, so I'm going to say they weren't high enough to beat your roll to determine that it wasn't just the jacuzzi, so they're going to think it's just the jacuzzi. Maybe for whatever reason, like when they turn on the sink water and let it ran, it was clear, even though it should have been brown, but for whatever reason they didn't catch it when they were doing the troubleshooting.
So they think it's the water?
They think it's the jacuzzi itself
Okay, okay,
has something in like the container, so they're calling up the jacuzzi company.
okay. Um, I'm gonna note that down and mute my mic for that because my keyboard is horrible.
Oh yeah, my keyboard can be pretty horrible with the clickety clack. Some ASMR of dice falling.
On the floor.
They didn't. It was the first time that's happened, and they didn't.
Okay. So, um, I do take it that if you have a jacuzzi in your office, that you are bratty and spoiled enough to want to get it fixed ASAP.
Yeah, the building has put in the request for the jacuzzi company to come.
Yeah, and um, what I know about this, are they like a luxury company, but like 27, like 24/7 people on call to fix your shit?
Um,
Because those exist.
they do. I would say probably so. They they don't pay well, but they have like people on staff that are like every waking hour that they'll hire out and stuff.
I don't know if I need to do this step and cause one more tick in my rolls or just try and go for it. Hmm. Because the thing is, how fast are they gonna show up? Do I know where this firm is? Slash their base of operations, so do I know how far away they are?
You can try and calculate it out with like say
That's a roll.
an intelligence plus I don't know, like culture. I don't know what would be like calculating this thing.
Honestly,
Science.
I'm just trying to like to Google their building. That's it. I just Google Maps the
Okay, so we'll say Google Maps. It's like 10. It's like 20 minutes to get there in traffic.
in traffic. Okay, I am closer than that.
I mean, you just put the device up there. You probably can
Mm-hmm.
get there pretty quickly.
Okay, so as fast as possible, but still not trying to cause suspicion because I have a feeling I need to make sure that I say that. Um, I am going to get back to base, change out of my clothes,
Mhm.
um, put my hair up as high as possible. If the firm wears safety helmets or something for no good reason,
Mhm.
or like a cap or anything on the uniform, I hide my hair entirely in that.
Mhm.
And the base at here, I spray paint an disgustingly ugly red and put it on my eyebrows as well. So like the hair color is changed in the very short time. I am overthinking this probably, but
A little, but I'm going with it. I'm going with it.
I like to be hyper specific because that can end up in funny situations.
I am not that type of GM who gets very hyper
Okay,
fixated on things, so don't worry too much about it.
the jacuzzi though. um, um, so I get I try to like grab a toolbox and a clipboard or anything of the sense, um, and as much screaming that I am from a firm that is going to fix your problems and you can trust me and everything is going to be fine. Um, and then go to her office building and go to the little reception.
Okay. The receptionist there, he is going to check your credentials, try and make sure you're the person who you say you are. Thank you, pretty Renbun, for hydrate.
That's my girlfriend. So I have to listen to.
Cute.
She's in the other room.
I I only ever get like shut up. It's no, that's not an emoji you could send. No, I get uh I once had people pay in a charity live stream to add Shia LaBeouf to the live stream. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Mm, I mean, that's lovely, but god dang it.
Just randomly comes out of nowhere and stabs one of the players. It's
Yeah,
fine.
you had to call Shia LaBeouf.
Oh god.
I would
So
gather so much inspiration as a bard right now. God dang it.
so you're going to have your credentials checked out. Have you forged anything? Or are you trying to speed through it? Like, how do you want to bypass this? There is a complication that um, if she doesn't buy your story completely, she'll let you up, but you will get a security guard on you. So she'll send like you with a security guard if you
Okay.
can't beat a complication of, let's say, two. So
Okay.
there's a difficulty of two that you need to pass, and then you need to buy off the complication, which is an additional two. You
Okay,
need
so I need
four
four.
successes.
I could have used those last time, you know, fucking dice.
You could also use
Um,
your momentum. You have two momentum.
to add a success is that if I rolled a success?
You add two dice to the roll.
Oh,
Or,
two dice to the roll.
yeah, you add one die per momentum spent.
Okay, well, this is quite critical, I think. And we've been playing for an hour, so I would have forged something and have it like be a recent, if that matters, have it be like one of those people that you hire, not of like the official versions of like Craigslist for employees. Like, I need someone quick that can do this. You're one. Okay, you're hired. Put something on and be productive. One of those. Um,
What skill and attribute roll would you think would work for that? It would be like a presence or cunning plus like persuasion, command.
mm, the thing is, metagamingly, I want to roll persuasion cunning.
But if it's just presence, if you're presenting yourself as someone who's just trying to
Yes,
get the job done, you roll
that is true.
presence, persuasion, yeah,
Okay, then I'm gonna roll presence persuasion.
and then you're gonna add two dice from momentum.
Yes, which gives me 3 plus 3 is 8. Come on. And inspiration, what does that do again?
Inspiration you can use for your gifts and for your masteries. I think. Uh, I double check. I'll double check here while you roll, if you want.
That's an 8. That's a 9. That's a 9. Ah, fucking hell. That is 3 successes.
Three successes. Thank you for your.
Curse you.
Thank you. Jeff here will be the security. No, Janice here will be your security guard detail for going up to Princess's office. She'll say Ms. Weathers' office. Princess Weathers.
Okay. I hadn't thought about a certain thing, and now I might have worked myself in a corner. But that's fine. That we roll. We roll. At I forgot to know at what point in the rotation we are of her timeline.
Okay, if you spend an inspiration, you can activate your at their heels in their head ability
Mm-hmm.
to orchestrate it so she's at the timeline that you want her to be, but it costs one inspiration to do it.
Yes, absolutely. Preferably like coming into the building, if I can be that precise with that, like just making her way to there,
Hmm.
not being there yet, but probably entering the room while I've been there for 5 or 10 minutes.
Sure, 1 second. I'm going. For some reason, I lost my mouse, so I am like having this issue where I can't see it. Oh, there we go. Uh,
I was about to ask, you have a desktop cat?
oh no. Painted target. So there's an ability called Painted Target, which you spent condition on it. You gain an enhancements bonus equal to their condition to any rolls related to tracking them down. Okay, just double checking that. So,
Yeah.
so you want her to be just coming into the office?
Yeah, about approximately like when I'm diagnosing the issue with the jacuzzi that I caused myself,
Yes.
to then like have her strolling in.
Okay. So that'll be happening behind the scenes as you're up there fixing the jacuzzi.
How close is the security guard watching me?
He is in the room with you, or she is in the room with you, overlooking your shoulder.
Like, like, do I feel the breath in my neck?
Yeah, you feel it. This will be a similar situation where there's going to be a +2 complication, uh, where if you roll to put a device in there, uh, you may be successful, but if you don't beat the complication, they might be able to recognize you did something not correct.
Okay, so because she's looking so hard over my shoulder, she suddenly has a degree in jacuzzi making. I do get it. Like, um,
Well, it's like, oh, you're attaching a device that probably shouldn't be attached to it.
yeah. So, I'm going to be trying to be as logical as possible with this, like figuring out the water supply, figuring out if there's damage been done to the internal pump, if there's like damage been done to the bubble parts.
Mhm.
And as I am doing that, I pray to the metagaming gods that Princess is going to walk in.
Let's see. I'll roll even or odd.
Even.
She does, and she's going to make a whole big stink of it. She is going to. She's going to be. I want my jacuzzi done right now. Let the worker do her job. I need this.
Yes,
My
yes, yes.
my mom is on her deathbed.
Okay,
All this
okay,
stuff,
okay.
and the security guard is going to be taking care of it. The complication is going to go down to a 1.
Okay. Did I also maybe lose track of the sub target of finding the will? Maybe, but that is a problem that I'm not going to solve now. um, I'm gonna try to use Princess's agitation against the bodyguard
Mm-hmm.
and rummage through my toolbox and say, "Do you have a rank smaller than this? Somewhere?" I kind of need it right now because the pressure is building up and I don't want a fountain of goop to spray over there as I'm like fake holding like with my thumb holding one of the bubble things. Like,
Okay.
I don't want this to spray everywhere.
Roll a command plus cunning or presence. I think cunning would be
Yeah.
fine for that.
Command is 3, cunning is 5, which is 8, and I had something with
You
command
have
with the
you
suits.
have with the suit you have a +1 enhancement.
So that's an additional success if I roll any successes.
Any
Okay.
successes, yeah.
That is, I want to make sure that is exactly 8 dice. That is 2 successes.
2 successes +1. You managed to get him running down the hallway to get you another wrench. So you are free from the complication now.
Mm-hmm.
And Princess is currently sitting in her office going through some papers in a vault while she's waiting for her jacuzzi. Like she has a little safe that she has behind her desk.
The thing is, you're setting me up for something beautiful. I know, but there is going to be security cameras or something of the like.
But they're not going to recognize you.
Yes, they're not gonna recognize me. And I would also find it really weird, and this is just like personal, something stupid. If you have a jacuzzi in your room and you're naked in that room all the time, shouldn't it make sense that there's no camera pointed there for privacy reasons,
Yeah,
or
there's
is she
no
just like tits out?
no, there's no camera set up pointed at the jacuzzi. There might be a camera pointed into the office or in the hallway.
Okay.
How much
Okay.
inspiration do you have left?
Two.
You can spend one inspiration so that there is no security camera in the office. I would say.
um, she's rummaging through papers.
Yeah, it seems
Is
like
she
she.
already rummaging through papers, or is she still doing the combination lock? Because I want to make sure that shit is unlocked if I can get to it.
Roll me a what is it? The skills. I know it should be like survival plus cunning to get the combo. I would say.
One, two for survival, five for cunning is 7. And before I do this, I should probably do the inspiration or not. Um, fuck it, I'm gonna spend it. This is a one shot. I'm gonna try to keep the luck streak going. For some reason, that is gonna backfire horribly. That's a 9. That's an 8. That is 2 successes again.
2 successes. You managed to get a combo off of it. It seems to be her birthday.
Wow. Princess, my dear. Lord. Okay. Um, Thank you for blessing my dice, Ren. Um, I'm still gonna wait. So I get the comment. I'm still gonna wait till she has opened the save and is rummaging through the files.
Mm-hmm.
As I don't know exactly how this room is situated, so let's just say I try to do this in as quick succession as possible. I turn on the water as hard as I can with as much pressure as possible, every single sprinkler activated, and including the included bubble soap that's good for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Dash to her and try to melee neutralize her lethally, either trying to snap the neck,
Okay.
um, putting maybe like one of the screwdrivers I had into her an eye socket, or like under the jaw.
So you have what is known as you have without motive, uh, which is a mastery you have where you can spend an inspiration to perform a killing blow.
So that would make it an automatic kill.
I'm double checking what it is because
Yeah.
it is a special thing. A maneuver that allows the player to purchase the inflict damage stunt a second time for one success before she must purchase the critical stunt. So basically, instead of doing 1 damage, you can do 2, 3 if you critical, which is 4 successes, I believe. And
Yeah, that would be my last inspiration, which I don't like, but I am known to hold on to resources for too long, and I just say we ball, and I go for that extra little die, or that extra like ability to buy um extra damage.
okay,
So in the as most lethal and silent way as possible, try to inflict lethal damage, either jamming something through the neck, or trying to hit an artery, or going through an eye socket, or just snapping it somehow.
Okay. Roll your attack. Your might plus uh your might plus close combat.
I have 1 dex, 1 stamina, and 4 might. I am buff as fuck, but can't run for shit. Just this hunk of a woman. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 dice. Ren, you better have blessed these, or else no cuddles today. That's a joke. That's a joke. That is 1 success. Well, luckily, because I also rolled 2 ones.
So 1 success. You will be able to do the 2 points of damage because as long as you got 1 success, you can purchase inflict wounds for 0, and then you can purchase another one, I believe, to do damage on top of it. So we'll say you currently have her in a grapple, and that she's like, you have your hand over her mouth and you've like stabbed her or something in the neck, but she's still not down. There is the pool that is filling up with water right now.
Yeah. I should have specified that I closed the door as I did that combo move. That was the third part of my combo. I forgot, but that's fine. We roll with it.
Security guard countdown timer.
Ah, fuck. I am thinking now, am I going to go in for the assured kill for the double tap tap, or am I going to save my skin? And I am not going to save my skin because I like taking risks. So I am going to try to make an attack again until I know that I've either caused unsurvivable damage or she is just dead. Like, either she will die from it or she is dead.
Gotcha.
I'm a scientist. I know things, right?
She is going to try to. Oh, actually, it was a surprise round, so you'll get the attack for this.
Nice. So another attack roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Without the inspiration thing now, that was a one-time thing?
Yeah, that was a one-time thing.
Okay. That is 2 9s, which is 2 successes.
2 successes. So that's going to be 1 point of damage to her. She's not down just yet. She's going to struggle, and she's going to try and kick you. Yeah, she'll try and do that. What's your defense?
Where?
Your defense would be 1, but if you want to try and dodge her attack, do you want to like use your strength to like hold her tighter so that she can't make the attack?
Yes, I would take the most profitable option of either tanking it with soft armor or just using my 4 dots in might to just restrain her to my body as hard.
Okay, normally it'd be a resilience that you'd have to use. So
resilience.
So that would be resolve, stamina, or composure.
Of which I have 2 of, so I don't know which one is bigger.
Let's use resolve probably. So roll 2 dice, and you can add that to your defense.
Okay, and I also have soft armor. If that's gonna do anything to this, I don't know.
It will, but I'll calculate on my end for you.
Okay, so just rolling 2 dice. I don't like only rolling 2. That is 0 successes.
Okay, so you have a defense of 1, so she just needs 1 success. And you're lucky, she got no successes. I rolled 5 dice, and I had just said earlier in the session, if you roll 5 dice, I've never seen someone fail a roll. But in any case, so she tries to kick you, and you're getting closer to the bathtub, but she is just struggling a little. But that's
Yeah.
it. It's your
Okay.
turn. Uh,
Um.
Countdown timer on
Yes.
the
Yeah.
security guard arriving.
Yeah. No pressure. Um. As a specific way of doing an attack again, I am going to try and bash her skull or any other part that would do a lot of damage into the side of the jacuzzi.
Okay.
On a corner or something. If it's like with fancy tiles or something.
I'll give you a +2 enhancement for doing that.
Yay! See, being very detailed sometimes does something. So that would be close combat might again, which is 6 plus 2 is 8. Come on, baby. That's an 8. That's a 9. That's an 8. That's an 8, and that's a 0.
How many
I am
successes so far?
so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rerolling the 10. That is a 9 again. I am once again taking a photograph of this. This is not funny anymore. I don't know what I'm doing.
How do you want to do this? You bash your head into the jacuzzi.
I am going to, if I can be fancy and efficient with this, bash her head into the jacuzzi and then flip her over in it
Totally.
to
There's a giant like splash, but the water is running, so no one really hears it, and it looks like she is currently taking a bath. It is now. The question I had: did you remove the gunk water, the brown water, or like did you remove that device, or is it running? Is it running clear right now, or is it still brown?
it shouldn't be brown anymore because otherwise I would have like no progress in making it
Okay,
less brown.
so it should be clear.
Yes, as if she is taking a bath for
Okay,
some reason with her clothes on, but we'll leave that in the middle.
the bubbles are hiding it.
My, you're giving me way too much edge in this. Oh my god.
No, I'm not. It's a reasonable amount of edge.
Edge Lords Incorporated.
Countdown timer. You have a second. The safe is currently open.
Yes. I'm going to grab my toolbox, remove the glove I was wearing to have a dry hand because papers can get wet. Stuff how many papers are in there?
It's enough that you could probably fit it into your giant, like into the tray underneath the
Yeah,
toolbox or
okay,
something.
I'm gonna stuff everything in it as fast as possible, not caring if it's crumpled or not, bending files or something or whatever. Close it, run down the hallway, splashed, and hopefully with not any blood on me. If that is unreasonable to not have any blood on me, then that's fine.
I almost gave you that mastery. There is a mastery that does that. Uh, but
And okay, go ahead, you first.
roll me a presence plus a presence plus not enigmas, a larceny maybe check, or a cunning plus survival to get out of there.
Yeah, that's gonna be cunning plus survival because presence larceny is 3 and cunning survival is
And we'll see if the
7.
minor threat of the security guard sees you as you're running out of the building.
I can actually say that I might have counted on running into them actually, but if they don't, then that's fantastic. So 1, that's a 1, that's a 9, and that's a 0. Reroll. That is 2 successes.
These successes. There is going to be a there's going to be chatter on a security line as you're running out, but it seems like It's unrelated to you for the moment. You manage to get to the lobby, power walk your way out, just
Oh,
as the
oh,
build.
power walking.
Well, you know what power walking is, right?
Yeah, but can I do this differently?
Oh yeah.
If
How
it's
do you want?
Can I make this more dramatic?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
The plan was I'm going to sprint out of the hallway, being very um, scared, and something has happened, and going to scream, "Something has happened to her! Something has happened to her!" and hope in the mayhem that I create,
Mm-hmm.
slip between the cracks and leave.
Okay.
Because I am soaked in water, probably, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense for me to just wet power walk out of the building.
Okay. So you're going to yell that out. The security guard who like has his headset, his finger to his headset is like about to say something. He's like, "Oh no!" and he rushes into the office. A bunch of people come rushing past down just as you get into the elevator and get to the bottom floor, and you
Yes,
immediately are able to walk out without any issue.
yes. Um, and I am going to try and I'm going to remove the uniform and hopefully have some kind of acceptable clothes underneath. If not, I reverse the t-shirt, for example, so the logo isn't visible.
Mm-hmm.
Take off the helmet, toss it somewhere in a bin or something. Pull my hair down so it isn't ugly red up anymore, but the regular color,
Mm-hmm.
and just try to walk to my base again.
Unzip the boiler suit that you're currently wearing, and underneath the boiler suit, you have the other logo for the public works place, and you change your hair, all that stuff, and
Like
you
in the
manage
movie.
in the movie, and you're immediately back at your safe house, and you have the toolbox with the documentation and stuff like that. Do you go through the documents at all?
Yes, I am going to find out if grabbing those documents was actually worth it.
You do find the will in there. You will also find a bit of documentation about some sort of auction that is going to be happening. Uh, it is. I'm trying to get the actual name of the thing because I have it written down. Some sort of ancient artifact from Greco-Roman times, and it is set up. It is sort of like this weird fountainy type device. Like it doesn't have any. It has a name across it of some sort of like some sort of what's the word? I'm trying to find it.
Water,
Yeah, it's
aqueducts,
something. It's got a lot of aqua words
um,
thrown in there. It has something of chariot of Poseidon on it, and uh, it seems like just a
mhm,
weird thing for her to have been trying to look at. But you also
mhm.
find documentation that says that she has set up a uh, had set up a hit on her mother through another group. Basically, it seems like she was trying to get payments set up to have her mother look like she was dying of natural conditions.
Mhm.
And luckily, the she was about to send the next payment, and you managed to stop her before that next payment went through, so they're not likely to kill her in the ICU.
Okay, perfect. So maybe I even saved a life, so it's a net zero. I feel morally comfortable.
How do you feel about Trinity Continuum Assassins?
More nerve-wracking than any other TTRPG I've played, legit, and I've played my fair share of both Chronicles of Darkness and Story Path. Just this was my first time with this one. I've played Scion, is like in the most underpowered level. My vampire LARP games were like as intriguing as this, but not as stressful, even though they were in real life.
Oh god.
So you did a good job.
Oh, thank you. I love Trinity Continuum Assassins. It's one of my favorite games, which is why I've pushing to run these one-on-one shots,
Mhm.
just to try and introduce new people to it and see
Yeah,
if they get a. kick out
Yeah,
of
and
it.
it's also seems like a game that is really easy to run one shots on because of the mission thing. You have a mission, you have this character, you do it, you fail or not. While like in other TTRPGs, there's an overarching story that has to be there or it feels empty.
Yeah, I'm so net positive. You liked it?
Yeah, I absolutely did. I hope I wasn't too specific with anything, but
Oh no, you were
this
perfectly
game has
fine.
me in a cramp of micromanaging.
No worries. You can go as detail oriented as you want. It's inspiration for this was the Hitman games, if you know those video games. So it's like all about trying to get those cool, quirky kills if you can manage it.
hmm
Anyway, that's about time for us. Where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter. Can I post these handles just in chat here?
Yeah, you can post whatever you want in there.
I'm then gonna pull up a few things. On Twitter, I am Josie underscore Ilta. On Blue Sky, I am just Josie as a username, which I'm just gonna plop down there. Having your own first name for a username is hilarious. Um, and for the rest, you can find me in the audiobook adaptation of Her Crown of Fire on Spotify, which I'm trying to find a link for now too. Pum, 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 pum. It's on YouTube, so I'm just gonna take this one.
No worries.
There you go. I do freelance voice acting, so if anyone needs a low female to androgynous voice, hi, how you doing? And you'll probably see me pop up more here as well, as me and my girlfriend are going to play a Mage the Awakening campaign every second Tuesday of the month, like
Awesome.
second and fourth.
That's awesome. Cool. And I'm the Awkward GM Corbin, and I am. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky, or X and Blue Sky now. And you can also find me at the Awkward GM Corbin on YouTube. I talk about Chronicles of Darkness things a lot. I just put out a video about how to run spooky horror games. So please check that out. It's October, it's spooky month. Unless it's not, in which case, thank you for watching the video on demand version of this. Anyway, you all have a good one. Bye. And we'll fade into the thingy, and I will have to mute everyone.